You walked in for milk and eggs, walked out with 17 things you didn't plan to buy. Cart total, $143. Standing in your kitchen, staring at bags of food you're not even sure you'll eat, one thought hits harder than the receipt. I did it again. It's not weakness, it's not lack of discipline, you're not bad with money. You're swimming in invisible currents designed by people who study how your brain makes decisions under pressure. And every aisle, every end cap, every sale sign is a current pulling you toward choices that drain your wealth without you ever feeling the undertow. Sarah felt it too. Marketing coordinator, 31, salary $54,000 a year, spent 4 months tracking every grocery trip. The pattern made her stomach drop. She was bleeding $520 monthly on food for 2 people. Not because she was careless, because she didn't know the water she was swimming in was designed to drown her budget. Today, you learn to see the currents, and once you see them, you can't be pulled under again. Here's what financially free people understand that you weren't taught. Your grocery store isn't a neutral space where you make rational decisions about feeding your family. It's a laboratory, and you're the experiment. Every element, from the moment you grab that cart to the second you scan your credit card, is engineered around one principle: interrupt your logical brain and activate your impulsive one. Not because they're evil, because it works. Stores using these psychological tactics see basket sizes increase by 27 to 43%. That's not a coincidence, that's architecture. The average American household spends $712 monthly on groceries. But here's what the data actually shows. Households aware of these psychological triggers spend an average of $483 for the same amount of food. Same family size, same dietary needs, $229 less per month. Over a year, $2,748, not because they're better people, because they learn to swim against invisible currents instead of letting them carry their money away. Think about your last 3 grocery trips. How many items did you buy that weren't on your list? How many deals did you grab because they felt urgent? How many times did you walk past the same product you needed because it was hidden on a bottom shelf while the expensive version sat at eye level? You thought you were shopping, you were being hunted. Let me show you the blueprint. 7 psychological traps deployed the moment you enter. Trap 1: the decompression zone. That wide, empty entrance with flowers and fresh produce, it's not decoration. It's a mental speed bump designed to slow your pace, shift you from get in and out mode to browsing mode. Fresh items trigger feelings of health and abundance, lowering your financial guard before you even reach the aisles where the real spending happens. Trap 2: the high-profit perimeter. Ever notice necessities like milk and eggs are always in the back? You have to walk past 40 other product categories to reach them. Each aisle you pass is an opportunity for impulse purchases. The average shopper makes 2.3 unplanned purchases for every planned item they came to buy. Trap 3: eye level is buy level. Premium brands pay top dollar for eye-level shelf placement. The product you actually need, bottom shelf, requires you to bend down, creating physical resistance. Most people grab what's easiest to reach, which costs 20 to 35% more. Trap 4: the end cap illusion. Items on end caps, those displays at the end of aisles, feel like deals. Your brain registers featured item equals discount. But 71% of end cap products aren't actually on sale. They're just positioned to look urgent. Trap 5: the cart size trap. Carts have doubled in size over 3 decades. Larger carts create a visual void that subconsciously compels you to fill them. Studies show people with larger carts spend 32% more than those with baskets, buying the same number of items. Trap 6: the checkout gauntlet. Candy, magazines, gum, cold drinks. All impulse items with 70 to 300% markups. You're tired, decision-fatigued, and your guard is down. The average American spends an extra $18 per month in checkout lanes alone. $216 yearly on items you didn't want 10 minutes earlier. Trap 7: the scarcity signal. Limited time, while supplies last. Manager's special. These phrases trigger fear of missing out, bypassing your logical brain entirely. Even when the product isn't actually scarce or discounted, your brain treats it as urgent. But here's the truth that changes everything. These traps only work if you don't see them. Let me show you what this looks like in real life. Sarah, 31, marketing coordinator, divorced 1 year, living with her boyfriend Marcus in a 2-bedroom apartment, rent $1,250 monthly. Combined income, $92,000. Should have been comfortable, wasn't. Woke at 4:18 one Thursday morning, hands shaking, bank app open. Checking account $273, 11 days until payday, savings $460, credit card balance $3,180. The number that made her nauseous, grocery spending last month, $520 for 2 people. Thought running through her head, we're not eating fancy food, where is this money going? Saturday, April 6th, 2:38 in the afternoon. Standing in the cereal aisle, cart already half full, came in for chicken, rice, and vegetables. Cart contained almond milk she didn't need, 2 boxes of granola bars she wouldn't eat, a bag of chips, 3 types of cheese, kombucha Marcus hated, and a $12 jar of organic pasta sauce. She pulled out her phone, opened notes, started recording everything in her cart that wasn't on her list. 11 items, total $67, not food she planned to buy, food that felt right in the moment. Her chest tightened. I'm doing exactly what they want me to do. Marcus said that night, you've been stressed about money for months, what's different? Sarah, I just spent an hour in a building designed to make me spend more than I have. And I never even noticed I was being manipulated. She made a decision that terrified her. For 30 days, she'd track every psychological trap she encountered and actively resist it. Not just budget better, reprogram how she moved through stores. Day 3 wrote down every endcap item that caught her eye, walked past 12, only 2 were actual deals. I almost grabbed 9 fake discounts. Day 8 brought a basket instead of a cart, spent $83 instead of her usual $140. The smaller container made me choosier. Day 14 pre-made a list with exact quantities, resisted every item not on it, saved $31 that trip, but the bigger revelation, I'm not depriving myself, I'm just not buying things I'll waste. Day 21 started shopping bottom shelves first, found the same brands for $4 to $8 less per item. I've been paying a convenience tax for 3 years. Day 30 monthly grocery total, $302, same amount of food, $218 less than the previous month. Marcus on Sunday, you're not stressed about money when we eat anymore. That's the first time since we moved in together. Coworker on Tuesday, you seem lighter lately, what changed? Sarah, I stopped swimming against invisible currents I didn't know existed. 4 months later, groceries averaging $320 monthly. Credit card paid off. Emergency fund $2,400, but the real shift, mental. She walked into stores like someone who controlled the game instead of being played by it. Sarah didn't become wealthy overnight. She became someone who refuses to be manipulated into poverty. And once you see the traps, you can't unsee them. Here's the system that breaks the manipulation. Before you enter. Eat before you shop. Hungry shoppers spend 64% more on impulse items. Your brain under hunger is irrational about food. Make a specific list with quantities, not vegetables. 2 bell peppers, 1 head of broccoli, 6 carrots. Vague lists create permission for interpretation. Specific lists eliminate decision fatigue. Set a hard budget and bring cash if necessary. Psychological studies show people spending cash spend 23% less than card users because the pain of payment is immediate and visible. Inside the store. Grab a basket, not a cart, unless buying for a family of 4 or more. Visual emptiness compels filling. Remove the void, remove the compulsion. Shop the perimeter first for fresh items, then hit specific aisles. Avoid browsing aisles. Every aisle you walk unprepared is an invitation to spend on things you didn't need. Crouch to check bottom shelves. The inconvenience saves you 20 to 35% on identical products. Ignore end caps unless you plan to buy that exact item. Treat them as decoys. 71% aren't real deals. Calculate unit price, not package price. That family size often costs more per ounce than buying 2 regular sizes. Stores count on you not doing math. At checkout. Put phone away, keep hands busy. Idle hands grab impulse items. Occupied hands don't. If you see something you want in the checkout lane, put it back. If you still want it after checking out, you can return for it. 93% of the time, you won't. After you shop, track your receipt against your list. Circle every unplanned purchase. Calculate the impulse total. Most people don't realize they spent $40 to $70 extra on items they didn't plan to buy. Do this for 3 trips. You'll start seeing your own patterns, the categories you're weak against, the times of day you're most vulnerable. Right now, stop. Think about your last grocery trip. How much did you spend? How much of that was planned? How much was impulse? The financial freedom gap isn't about income. It's about knowing when you're being played and choosing not to participate. Every month, you make decisions inside grocery stores that either move you toward wealth or away from it. Not because the food is expensive, because the environment is designed to override your logic and activate your impulses. Financially free people don't have more willpower, they have more awareness, they see the architecture, they resist the currents. They walk through stores like chess players, not like pieces being moved. You're not failing at money because you're undisciplined. You're bleeding wealth because you're swimming in water engineered to pull you under, and nobody ever taught you to see it. Today, you see it. Next time you walk into a store, you'll notice the decompression zone, the oversized cart, the eye-level markups, the fake urgency of end caps, the checkout traps. And once you notice them, they lose power. Not because you're depriving yourself, because you're choosing your spending instead of having it chosen for you. That shift, that's the frequency change that transforms your finances. Comment current scene if you identified at least one psychological trap you've been falling for, and you're choosing to resist it next time. If you're tired of being manipulated into spending money you didn't plan to lose, the video on screen shows you the 7 mental money leaks draining your wealth every single day, and how to close them permanently. Like this video, share it with someone who keeps asking, where does my money go? Subscribe because every week I show you the hidden systems designed to keep you broke and exactly how to dismantle them. Become a member for deep dives into reprogramming your financial operating system from scarcity to abundance. Drop in the comments which trap hit hardest, which one have you been swimming against without knowing. Let's see the currents together. You're not bad with money, you're just playing a game nobody told you had rules. Now you know the rules, now you play different.